Rex Robinson with the Times Weekly, and I'm here today with Steve McMichael. How you doing, Steve?
Rex, I'm doing great. Welcome to the campaign headquarters.
Thank you.
I unplugged the phones to give us a little privacy here, but I'll have to plug them back in sooner or later.
Okay.
We're a busy campaign headquarters.
Absolutely. Well, so most will remember Steve as the defensive lineman for the '85 Chicago Bears, Super Bowl champs. These days, Steve is still involved in football, and today is the head coach of the Chicago Slaughter.
Yes.
Indoor league,
It's
right?
an indoor professional football league. This is my 7th year of head coaching the team, and here's our championship ring from '09. I'm pretty proud of that.
Wow.
Everybody mistakes it for my Super Bowl ring, but there's the ring I won being a head coach of a professional football team. And we went undefeated that year, too.
Okay. Well, so we're not exactly here today to talk to Steve about football. Maybe a little bit, but
It's the same thing. You know, good government is teamwork, isn't it? You don't do anything by yourself. And for some politician to stand up and take the credit, oh, I did this and I did that, it makes me physically sick. Just like it did in the locker room of the Bears, when I would see come in the locker room and all the reporters would be huddled around one player and he's standing there going, I did this and that. No, brother, you didn't do nothing yourself. You're taking the credit for what everybody else helped you accomplish, the team.
right.
And that's how I'll run this town as mayor. I mean, I go to the town council meetings because I do my homework. I mean, when I go talk to the kids, and I just did a career day at the St. Andrew's School here, the Catholic school, where I've enrolled my daughter for kindergarten here in the fall semester. Talked to the 6th and 7th and 8th graders, and I told them, there's 3 things you need to become in life to be a success, and if you become those 3 things, whatever endeavor you choose, you will be a success. And you know what they are, Rex? You show up on time, because to everybody concerned, that means you care.
Right.
And if you do, you do care. All right? When you show up, you pay attention. Because if you at least have common sense, and I do, you retain the knowledge. I can run a town council meeting now, I promise you. The third one is to work your butt off. And I've been known to do that in the 3 careers I've been successful in already.
Well, why don't we talk a little bit about that? Let's start. You know, again, my first question. You know, as I stated, we're here today to talk about your bid for mayor of Romeoville, and Steve is challenging incumbent mayor John Noak. So my first question to you, Steve, is simply why? Why are you running for mayor of Romeoville?
5 years ago, when I found out myself and the wife were pregnant, and every man knows you're pregnant too because you go through, I'm a sympath. I went through morning sickness with her. I was living downtown in a condo doing the radio show on ESPN. I didn't want to raise my daughter in downtown Chicago because everybody knows politics down there, and everybody knows how mean the streets are now down in Chicago. I wanted to bring her out into the suburbs and raise her in a small town atmosphere like I grew up in South Texas.
Okay.
You know, because every parent wants their kid to have their values and be like them because that's how you live forever.
Yeah.
You understand? That's how you live forever. In the process of looking around, this opportunity to put my name on McMichael's here in town, the sports bar that's in Romeoville. It's been here for 2.5 years. Coming around here and meeting the people reminded me of my hometown. And I decided this is where I want to raise my daughter. The people I meet are the same people I grew up with. And let me tell you, Before I would get home at night when I was a teenager, my parents had already been called of where I was and what I was doing.
Right.
That's people that care, become your friends, and in my mind, when people become your friends, they become your family. And the people I know now in Romeoville that are my friends, I want to do for them, just like I want to do for my daughter. And the things they tell me about that has been going on here in town since John Noah took over, he's not doing for them. You know, I learned a long time ago in my life, and let me tell you what, there have been plenty of people with their hand out. Either the fame or the money, whatever they're after. If you do something for them and it's not what they wanted, you didn't do anything for them. All right? Mm-hmm. Just like on this side of town, for 2.5 years, everybody's been telling me, man, we want a grocery store over here. Mm-hmm. Well, why are they building an athletic center before that? You give the people what they want, they appreciate you, and you've done something for them. You build an athletic center that you've already been told is going to be a loser. I actually heard one of the trustees say, oh, well, it's a leap of faith. You know what my mother used to tell me? Well, if they ask you to, you just jump off a cliff, wouldn't you? You understand the leap of faith I'm talking about? They've already been told it's going to be a loser. So what are you doing for the people? You're not doing anything for them because that's not what they wanted.
Right. Well, yeah, and I want to get to that a little bit later. I want to talk a little bit. So basically, there's some things that you, in other words, just kind of summing up here in terms of the why is. You saw some things happening, talked to some people in town, and the way you don't like the way things are going in town.
I've got a list right here for you.
Okay.
People have asked me, well, what is your platform? Can I read some off for you?
Absolutely.
All right. The first thing everybody is talking about is their property values have been cut in half since Noah took over. Now, whatever you have to do, get a blue ribbon commission going. You get new businesses and set aside some of that revenue. Whatever you got to do. I've heard there are even towns that have the revenue to go out and buy these houses and rehab them and sell them at the market value they were before.